All right, so we have a proclamation from Ronald Reagan on Afghanistan Day, 21 March 1983. Oh my goodness, that's almost 30 years ago. Things do change, don't they? All right, now let's play a year earlier in 1982. Reagan dedicates the space shuttle Columbia to the resistance fighters in Afghanistan, the Taliban.
Someone put this together with music.
Oh, you got some music for this?
No, it's a little package that has music in the background.
Oh, okay. All right, just as this is what Reagan said, just as the Columbia, we think, represents man's finest aspirations in the field of science and technology, so too does the struggle of the Afghan people represent man's highest aspiration for freedom. I am dedicating, on behalf of the American people, the March 22nd launch of the Columbia to the people of Afghanistan.
In 1982, Ronald Reagan dedicated the space shuttle Columbia to the resistance fighters in Afghanistan.
Just as the Columbia, we think, represents man's finest aspirations in the field of science and technology, so too does the struggle of the Afghan people represent man's highest aspirations for freedom. I am dedicating, on behalf of the American people, the March 22nd launch of the Columbia to the people of Afghanistan.
Wow. Dedicated the launch of the Columbia to the people of Afghanistan, the Taliban. The Taliban were the ones, the Mujahideen were the ones that we had, starting with Zbigniew Brzezinski, whose daughter you can see on MSNBC every morning, with, what's Scarborough's first name? Joe Scarborough. Mika Brzezinski, that's Zbigniew's daughter. It was Zbigniew Brzezinski and Jimmy Carter who decided after the Soviet invasion of 1979, first of all, Carter said no Olympics because of the Russian invasion. And, of course, the right-wingers back then screamed holy murder against Carter for pulling the U.S. out of the Olympics. And then 2 years later, 3 years later, Reagan dedicates the space shuttle Columbia to the Taliban. Now here, this is from 1985, 3 years later. And if you've seen this picture online, it's Reagan sitting in the Oval Office with 6 Taliban freedom fighters, who Reagan praised for their fight against the Soviet Union. You can find this online. Just Google Reagan Mujahideen or Reagan Afghan freedom fighters and go to images, and there they are. If you saw the movie Charlie Wilson's War, you know that Reagan funded these freedom fighters, who he also compared to America's founding fathers. He gave them arms, Stinger missiles, and of course they're still using those against us today. You know what they say, yesterday's freedom fighters are today's terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, the Presidente of the United States.
We have with us 6 from the Afghanistan freedom fighters. There's a man here whose wife was killed in front of their 2 children. Another one who lost his brother in the tunnel in a village in which 105 people were massacred. One of them lost a brother. One is the mayor of that village where that took place. They're here to try and tell the outside world, the free world, what's really going on in Afghanistan.
What's really going on in Afghanistan? Yeah, those dirty, rotten Soviets occupying the country and killing the civilians, blowing up people in their villages when they were at weddings and birthday. Wait a minute. Is that 1985 or 2005? The Russians? No. It's the United States. And wait a second. Bush, Obama, Reagan. I just get so confused. I really do. Freedom fighters then, our blood enemies now, to the extent where we all know that the attack on the World Trade Towers came from Afghanistan. No. It came from Iraq. No. Where'd it come from? Taliban. No. Mujahideen. No. Where'd the attack come from? Those dirty, filthy Muslims. You're getting close. This is just part of the holy war that's been going on for a millennium. But remember where the bombers came from. Afghanistan? Keep going. Iraq, Iran, Libya, Syria. Wait a minute. Saudi Arabia! That's right. And who is the largest non-family investor to the tune of $3 billion into the Fox propaganda channel? A member of the Saudi royal family. Right.